see. Okay.
Okay.
See what you're doing there.
Yeah. Okay. So throw a bit of maybe.
Hi, I'm just here with Ray Heidinger. We're doing a painting lesson, and we're doing self-portraits. We got another lesson coming in a few minutes. Let's see your progress.
It's been going pretty good, but I'm kind of wrestling with this one, I think. Oh,
You need to make your beard longer.
Yeah, I think so. I'm missing some stuff.
Beard in there.
It's almost like a before and after.
How did I do?
Oh, that's fantastic. Man, you're a great student.
I had a good teacher.
I wish I could paint that good. Wow.
You'll learn.
Yeah.
I still got to put the beard in there, but the beard's not going to last long, so I decided to leave the beard off.
I love it. I think you're going to have to give me the lesson.
Well, there we go. A beautiful self-portrait. And I cannot tell a lie. Ray Heidinger actually painted that one.
I think we might have to add the beard later. I'll have to come by and add that.
This is my COVID beard.
Yeah.
We call it hashtag BeardVid19. So we are going to have a paint lesson here today. Ray, what are we doing?
I think we're going to try and do a silhouette painting today.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go with like a background.
Okay.
And once the background's completed, then we're going to add the silhouette. The nice thing about the silhouette painting is that you don't have to have a lot of detail, just the shape of something, right?
Right.
So anybody can do it. So the nice thing is any color background you want to use is perfect. And then you finish it off with the silhouette, which brings it to the foreground, right? So like dark colors brings it to the foreground, lighter colors puts it further to the background.
Yeah. Well, I'm anybody, so let's see if I can do it.
So we're good. So I'm just going to show you a couple of other paintings I have that can give you an idea for backgrounds.
Okay.
This is just simple blue.
Yeah.
So you start off with the lighter color and you work your way to darker. I have another one just with using black and white.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll just show you one more here, sort of like the colors we're using today. So it doesn't even have to be in the front necessarily. You could even put it in the middle. All right. So a couple quick things. When we use black absorbs color. So you never want to add color to black, okay? Because it'll just vanish. And when you use white reflects color. So when we paint, we'll start with white and just keep adding color to that so that it gets darker as you need it, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
I've got my palette
This is my
here.
color palette, yeah.
Mine is
So
very
we just
messy.
got our three colors.
My wife used to do a lot of painting, and so I stole her palette.
Perfect. Yeah, that works. I'm going to just start with I don't know what this one's called.
Here's a bit of a wider one. How's this?
That works.
Okay.
Yep. So before you start painting, you would just want to make sure that your brush is wet, and like you just pull it along the edge of the jar, so that it's not super soaking wet, but just slightly wet. So what I usually do is I usually pull a little bit of the paint that I'm using downwards, and then I kind of just take a little bit of the color I want to mix with it on the corner of the brush, and then mix it in, so that we get like a light yellow.
Okay, so we have a touch of yellow on the corner.
Yeah.
Just mix it right into that?
Yeah, just mix it and then do it to the consistency that you like. And I think we'll go across the middle with that.
Okay. Just the middle of the sky?
Yeah. And you can't really mess up because you can always fix it or whatever, right?
Okay.
I should add a little bit more water.
So it's kind of forgiving that way. If you like, don't rely on your first strokes because you're gonna touch it up later anyway.
And you have to kind of build it anyway, right?
Okay. So this is a straight bar of yellow?
Yeah, just a straight bar of yellow. And if it's got different shades in it, that's good because the sky isn't the perfect solid color, right?
Right.
So this will give it our different shading automatically.
So kind of like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, right across. That's good. I have to keep up to you now.
Well, I'm just whipping through this. I don't know. That might not be a good thing.
All right, so the next color, I think, so we always got to make sure you clean your brush so we don't contaminate our paint, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I just got to make sure I keep my my water and my coffee separate.
Yeah, I've dunked my brush into my coffee before too. It kind of gives the wrong effect, unless we're antiquing something, right?
Yeah, nice coffee brush across the painting would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. You got probably a darker blue there, right?
I do have a nice blue here. Yep.
Okay, so you might want to mix a little bit of white into that, and then maybe a touch of blue again. So we're always building with white.
Okay.
Because you can always make it darker, but making it lighter is always hard.
Oh, I see. Okay. So now how blue do I want this? Fairly light?
Yeah, you want it quite light, unless you want your sky to be darker. It's up to you. Like.
Okay, and that's going across the top?
Yeah, that's going across the top, and you can blend it into the yellow if you like, just so that it has like a sky effect.
Right. How long have you been painting, Ray?
That's kind of a trick question. I don't know, about maybe 5 years, 6 years. I don't know.
Okay.
You can go if you want to, like starting with your lighter color and then always go to darker, sort of like a gradient.
Okay.
So you can start lighter here and then work your way to a little darker on the top if you like. I think a lot of my paintings, when I intend to do something, it turns out totally different than what I want, but then I'm usually happy with it. It's a different journey every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking good. So like the sunshine is hitting the sky there, the sunlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you paint, like you don't try to set yourself under a certain time of, right? Painting is more for enjoyment and just, kind of make yourself feel good and not to get frustrated.
Like, I gotta get a painting done in 15 minutes. It's like, no, take your time, enjoy the process.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you get frustrated, walk away from it and attack it later again once you're in the right frame of mind, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're actually looking to do an angry painting, right? Then that works too, right? So I think now the next one we're going to work with the red. So started with the white, it'll probably fade from a pink into, like, you'll create sort of a pinkish color into a red color.
Okay.
But let's make that a thinner band. Yeah, so we've got this so far, right? We've got yellow and then blue. So we're going to have a thinner band of red because we need to save some so that the water shows.
For the blue, yeah.
Yeah, and just always make sure to clean your brush. Or if you don't, then you got some interesting colors happening then anyways. So
yeah. That's when those accidents happen that you go, hey, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like a Bob Ross thing. Happy little accident, right?
Yeah, well, happy little accident. All right.
So you feeling pretty relaxed with your painting, or do you feel stressed?
Well, so far, I'm just trying to keep up. So relaxed will come.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're doing great. There's no rush.
Okay. Need my tranquility.
That's perfect. Yeah, you can make a darker red towards the bottom if you like, or that's just a gradual change.
Right.
I honestly have no idea how this is really going to turn out, but.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Well, I said you knew exactly what you're doing with your self-portrait, though. That was amazing.
I wish I could take credit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
We're good?
Awesome. Yeah, so now we're going to go with the ocean or the lake water at the bottom, so some kind of a blue.
Okay.
It could be the same color as the sky if you want, or you could keep it a darker blue, or that's up to you. You could take that color almost to the bottom if you want to, because at some point it's going to be covered mostly in black, but it depends how much water you want to show. See, and the nice thing about this is you don't have to use expensive stuff, right? It's like you don't have to go to Artist Emporium and spend like $30 on a little bottle of paint, or $50 on a canvas or whatever. This is like, I use always cheap stuff, and if you're not happy with the painting, either you paint over it or you just throw it in the fire or something. I don't know, whatever, right?
Well, I went just about down to the bottom here.
Perfect.
That's what I want?
Yep. Yeah.
There you go. How's that?
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, that's good. I think we'll be able to go across it with the black. I'm just going to show you the reference painting again. So it's going to go across on an angle.
Okay.
And then we'll add the, I don't know if that's wheat or what I painted there. It's just some kind of
Looks like
plant
stalks
growth,
of
but
wheat or something. Yeah, it looks
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And
Or
that's
like
going to be the
weeds,
scary.
those tall grass weeds that get the seeds blooming on the top.
Exactly. I think that's going to be the scariest part of the painting, because a lot of people are scared to go over what they've created.
Yeah.
But this is actually the big step to get them to do that. So,
Right.
but we'll get there.
Just trying to blend my colors together here a little bit. So it's not such a hard line between the between the colors. Let that dry for a bit there.
Yeah. I think it's time for a sip of coffee while we wait, Dave.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So you've been working with the Steinbach Art Centre for a while now. What type of courses are you teaching, and how has this been going with teaching online?
Well, this is my first time doing an online one. This is pretty exciting.
Okay.
A little bit weird, but it's good. Arts Council wise, I've been teaching, what's the age now? 9 to 12-year-olds and 13 to 17-year-olds. So they've come with, some of them come with a lot of talent, and some have never done it before. So it gives me a big spectrum to work with. But I do multimedia with them. So we're basically doing drawing with pencil, with pens, with Sharpies, a little bit of watercolor. Acrylic paint is what I really like to do because I'm not good at it. I'm working at it. And but they really like it because it's forgiving. It's easy to clean and it dries fast. So that's why we like acrylic.
Do you ever get students that come in and they think they can't paint, they think they can't draw, they think they're not artistic, and then all of a sudden they discover something there that they can actually do?
Yeah, it's I've actually even taught a couple of adult classes like with this basic painting style, and they say I can't do that, and all of a sudden when I walk them through the process without having them think about what they're doing, they're actually quite impressed with what they can do.
This is almost dry here. Oh yeah, I can touch it.
Yeah, okay. I think that's looking good. I think now we can go across it with the black.
All right.
Sketch that in and then fill it in with black. Okay. And if it's really the more jagged it is, sort of like a landscape, the better. If you have it like a slope, it'll look a little bit artificial or weird, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring it up as high as you want to.
Make it kind of jagged.
Yep. This is the part I always like to do because there's really no skill involved, right? We just kind of fill it in now. Yeah, it's perfect.
Jagged I can do.
Yeah.
I can do crooked and I can do filling in.
Yeah. I have a feeling that you're going to have a whole series of some kind of Manitoba paintings with silhouettes and different colored backgrounds. You're going to be the next artist at the Arts Council that's on display.
I would much rather trumpet the artists we have, because man, we have so many talented people in our community. We did the open judged art exhibit.
Yes.
Wow. Like some of the people that submitted art, you kind of went, wait a minute, I didn't even know you could draw or paint or whatever it was. And so many incredibly talented people in our community.
And that's an incredible program too, that they have that, because a lot of people aren't able to display. They're like closet artists, right?
Right.
So for them to be able to have a place to display their artwork and have actually people appreciate it is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, they may never get a gallery of their own, but to be included in a group of artists from your community, they're all kind of in the same boat, all, you know, different levels of experience and talent.
Yes. That's
awesome.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so that's our landscape now. So now we've got the land, we've got the lake.
Self-portrait too. You see, I got that giant mouth open.
I see that. Yeah.
I'm still working on the self-portrait thing from earlier.
It's going to be like sort of like a Find Waldo. It's Find Corny. Can you find him in this painting, right? Yeah, it's a silhouette there.
Just paint myself on the landscape. I realized something that I've done here.
What's that?
I made the landscape because I didn't put the blue all the way down to the bottom. Do you see? Try to get it to the. See what I did there? The blue doesn't go all the way to the bottom.
Oh yes. Oh, and that's okay.
Should I just bring my landscape over top of it?
You could, yeah. I would bring the landscape over top, yeah. Yeah, we're almost at the point where the student is passing the master.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So far, we got solid colors.
Let's add the tall grass.
Okay.
You can either use a skinnier paintbrush,
Or
or
too
if you have
thick,
the
I mean?
thick one, like this one, you can actually, if you wet it and you have the sharp edge, right?
Right.
So that's what you're going to use to draw your line. So just make sure that it's wet enough. If you go into your black, then you can, I'll just give you a demonstration here. So you can just start from the middle of the page, sorry, the canvas, and don't push hard, and just drag it down in any shape you want, like that.
Okay.
So as long as you're using the chisel style edge.
Yeah. I do also have like super small, like thin paintbrush kind of things. So something like this.
Yeah, that'll work perfect. I would just take my brush and roll it into the paint.
Okay.
So that you end up with a nice sharp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you touch very lightly, then you'll see what type of line you'll get. If you don't have enough line, then you can put a little more pressure, but it makes a thicker line. Then here, I'll just give you an example. So if you touch lightly, you come down. If you push harder, it gets wider, right?
Yeah. And put a little branch off of it.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
How's that?
Yeah, perfect. So as you get towards the bottom, you could always just add a little more pressure, and it makes it a little bit thicker. If you, like, so that it's like a stem. But that works really good. And I think for when we add those husks or whatever, I don't know what that's called. So then I go back to this thicker one, make a sharp edge on it.
Okay.
And then I just kind of, with the corner, push down, and you'll see how it gives an effect. Like kind of, you start small and you go larger.
Well, I've got some of these fan brushes. Are these too round?
No, that'll work too.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to try that too, just to see how it goes. So you're going to need that one later to make the grass anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here it goes. So you just kind of like fan it out.
Yeah, just hit it straight and try to.
Okay, go ahead and do it again. I'm going to watch you.
Okay, so I just take it and push down. Push down.
I'm going to see if I can do it holding it up so people can see what I'm doing here.
Okay. Yeah, that looks exactly like wheat. Yeah, you got it.
Is that right?
That looks awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, I've got a good teacher.
Oh.
Because this one, it also like, it doesn't quite make a flat surface. It kind of makes little, it's kind of strands going out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so after when
it spreads out a little bit.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's exactly what you want done. That's perfect. If you go halfway down the stem, you could add some more, like put another branch, add some more of those. That's sort of that Bob Ross effect with where you want your happy little friend or whatever, right?
Put a happy little branch there.
Happy little branch, yeah.
Yeah.
You're putting that one up for auction later, I understand, right?
Is that what I'm doing? If somebody wants to buy it, it'll definitely help out the after-school arts program.
That's right. So when you look at the bottom here, you just drag up some of those strands to make it look like grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last part we're going to do is add the sunshine and the shimmer on the lake.
And I like it if I accidentally got my brush on the water a little bit. So then I just drag some grass across it, right?
Yeah.
Just to kind of cover up my mistake.
This camera angle thing is weird. There we go.
And all people see of me would be just looking down. They see the top of my head the whole time.
Oh, the nice curls there.
My daughter calls them ramen noodles.
Oh. Ramen noodles. That's good.
Leave it to your kids to keep you humble, hey?
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got it right. That's absolutely perfect. Very good. Yeah. And I like where you ended the one blade because it'll give you room to put your sun now. That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
forgot the sun.
No, we're working on that. That's next. That's
I
coming
was
next.
just putting weeds in there, you know, kind of like my
Yeah, no,
yard.
you're good. That's
Okay,
fantastic. Are you ready to put the sun in?
I am.
All right, so you just need white. We'll go back to this flat brush.
Okay.
We'll load some white into that. You don't have to water this one down.
Now my
And the way this
brushes.
one works is you're going to put the brush onto the blue part,
Okay.
right where that line is. And you just turn the brush so you get a nice circle,
Oh, I see.
semicircle.
Okay.
Sorry. So make sure you have like a really good edge on your brush. Yeah, so then you just put your brush down and you're going to turn it to get that semicircle.
Okay.
You survived the scary part already. This is the easier part already.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah,
How's
you did
that?
it.
It's sort of
Very good.
streaky.
That's okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is with a sharp edge of the white,
Right?
you're just going to go along that horizon, where the sun is sitting with the along the water just a bit to break it up
Oh,
between
I
the
see.
two.
Okay.
Yeah. Once it's dry and you're not happy with your sun, you can always go back and fill in the white once it's dry, right? So like
Yeah.
just to add a layer.
So just kind of a
I
bit
think
of
we're
a line just on each side of the sun.
yes. And so to get the reflection then, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And to get the reflection, same with the edge, you just put a couple of lines going across
Yeah.
just to show where the sun is reflecting off the water.
But do you see the problem I've created?
Oh, that's okay. You can just go around it. Like you don't have to go over the black.
Okay.
Yeah, just add a couple of lines to each side. And you just kind of put it where you want to do it. It doesn't even have to have a lot of white.
Just I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
Just a few
perfect. See
little
that work?
shimmers.
Mm-hmm. It gives a little bit more dimension then, right? So we're almost done. We just have, I think we're just going to add a couple of birds. So you're going to take that nice little sharp brush that you had.
Yeah.
Let's see here, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just roll it in your black. Make sure you get a really, really fine tip. And then wherever you want to, you just add like a little M or I don't know. Yeah, I guess like an M. I'll give you a close up of the other ones here that I've added on the other ones so you can have it. I don't know if it shows or not there.
Okay. And then a couple
So
of
you
different.
don't want them all. You don't want them all like an M because they don't fly in synchronicity or
Right.
synchronized or whatever that word is.
Yeah.
That's a big word for me.
Synchronicity is a great word.
Yeah, great album too. And they don't all have to be in the same area as well. You can spread them around, but they're
Yeah.
usually together, right? We'll call this one a flock of seagulls.
Flock of
Now we're getting
seagulls.
it. Now we're getting into the bad dad humor, right?
We could get some good hair going with that.
Yeah.
You could do some decent flock of seagulls hair with your hair, man.
Now, yeah. I don't even know what a hairstylist is now, right? We're going with that old lumberjack look. So I think once the birds are in and your painting is dry, this is actually the hardest part is when you sign it in the bottom right-hand corner in white. So if you want to just put your initials or something using your super thin brush, then
Yeah.
you can call the painting done. So this painting, Corny, you can do with any different silhouette. Some people like to do the forest scenes, like with a silhouette of a deer or whatever, or some kids like to do the silhouette of a dolphin jumping on like a rainbow background. So whatever your background is, and it doesn't always have to be horizontal. Like you can do it like on a diagonal or from the center as a circle fading out. That's the whole trick is just to have the black foreground.
Right.
There we go.
There we are. Well done, teacher.
Done. Good job, student. You did a great job. Way to go.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you doing this. And thank you for being a part of the arts program, Steinbach Art Centre, and also the after-school arts program that's going to be starting next year. That's just a fantastic program. Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
Ray.
it's going to be great. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
You too.